welcome back, and of course you're still watching Smart Men's Business here on Smart 24 TV, where we drive your business. Hoping that you're loving what you're seeing, you're loving the show, because we are here to keep you updated on what is happening till even next year. We shall keep you updated. So definitely sit and relax, because we have a lot, and of course we're still talking about the aftermath of the festive season. Given we're considering yesterday and on Monday, we're looking at how people are going to be. We're going to see actually once we get the live feed of what is happening, if people are really up to it. Are they open today, or they are still, in this mood of happiness? Are they celebrating those that happened yesterday? Are they still in the hangover period? What are they up to? But make sure you go and have your books checked, have your balances checked, check and see how you're going to be able to compensate for the losses that you made for this.
I hear the word mercy. You want to give us heart attack right now. You want us to check our balance. That is heart attack after Christmas.
Oh yeah, check your balances and know. Okay, and check your balances to know if how you're going to recover. Yeah, it's good if you have 10k high from the 1 million you had for salary. I'm very sure people are now on zero balance, because by the time it clocks fast, we shall be
just see
dry.
Pressure. The hospitals are going to be full this January because of the pressure.
I will of course right about now, we're going to be joined with Andrew, and of course he's out there to give us a feed on what is happening in Kampala right there. Actually we're already in Kampala, but then in the city. Well, good morning Andrew, how is it there?
Oh, thank you, Marcy and Charlotte. Definitely, I'm coming live here at the Kampala Road, just close to Wadodo Church. Definitely, as sloping down to the Chiseka Market. Getting to observe the business situation, how is it operating like here? And of course, being the 27th of December, and as of yesterday night, actually, I remember it was approaching, that is towards 9 p.m., where the congestion a little bit slightly started to rise up, most especially to those routes, highways that head to the upcountry, linking up straight to town. The Mitiana Road was one of those places that experienced that. There was quite some huge congestion. Why that congestion? It was a sign that actually people are returning back from the villages, heading back to work. Heading back to town. And of course, heading to town means they're heading back to work. So it clearly still gives me a picture as to why the city feels a little bit warm today in terms of business activities taking place, as you can actually take a look at, most especially at my very back end here at the Kampala Road, linking up to the different destinations. Now, the beauty about this all is that all the streets literally on this lane, maybe for those of you that are familiar with what Fidodido was, the former Fidodido, and that street along that, of course, it links us straight all the way to Mabirizi Complex and Mapera. So it's quite a busy street today. I can see quite a number of activities taking place, talking about transportation. Taxis are really in full operation. Yes, the border-borders are quite making some money when it comes to taking the passengers. So definitely it gives us a hope that actually the business is picking up slightly. And of course, away from that, still we need to get to know that according to some entrepreneurs, like they mentioned, are saying that actually this season hasn't been the best at all. Yes, hasn't been the best at all. I think that explains why majority don't find it necessary to keep in the villages for quite a longer time. So they need to get back and execute business such that of course, all resumes normal, because we anticipate come second, that's when the entirety of the economy will get back to its peak. Of course, meaning economic activities are really transpiring. People leaving the respective places, coming down here to execute business, as you can observe. Quite moderate, of course, taking a look at the pedestrians moving all along, people going to make shopping, but of course the supermarket is still around this area, already open. I can see electronic shops still in operation, fully open. But of course, despite that, still a few are still locked in, as the responsible people in those shops haven't yet reported back. So that is how it is really transpiring at like. Remember, like I mentioned earlier, the figures by the central bank revealed that as of last year, due to increase in access to credit, which was at about 12%, the spending was really pretty high. And I remember last season, if you compared us to now, by 27th of December 2022, last year around this time, around this very date, the city hadn't yet picked up rapidly. The city hadn't yet picked up rapidly. For those of you that are familiar, we had an entire tour around the different areas around, within Kampala, the suburbs. We went to Wandege, we went to Nakawa, and so many more in Tinda exploring. But it could clearly tell you that for an entire week, businesses hadn't yet resumed back to normal as compared to what I'm observing today. The rate, at least, of course, it's not yet fully recovered, but if I'm to compare as of last year and as of right now, there is quite a huge difference. This time around, people don't seem to have celebrated that much. They had to get back to business. Yes. So that is what we are seeing just right now. And I'm seeing quite a number of vehicles that are coming in from definitely linking up from Bombo Road through Wandega, and they are coming to Kampala Road. And I really presume and assume that majority of these people have actually come from the upcountry areas, and they may not be necessarily upcountry as we may assume, but probably areas far away from town, celebrating Christmas with their loved ones. So that is what we are observing. And still, if we are to take a brief trip, taking a look back, they are still at Kampala Road proceeding. Yes, a number of activities are happening, and I presume that later on into the day, majority, still some other people are going to take it into the city and make some little shopping for that, because I understand there are people that don't wish to come to the city when it's really largely congested, so they take their time and be patient, and they wait for the later time. So still in the later hours of the day, we anticipate that people will be coming in to make some shopping, because business seems to be getting back as usual. Of course, there was a little bit of a temporary freeze of economic activity. I think the massive range of it was towards on Christmas Day itself, where entirely almost 80% of the city was actually locked. Yes, but it's really recovering quite much more faster. So definitely the transport sector is presumed to really get back to profitability as expected. Of course, it was still making the profits, most especially those that are heading towards upcountry, apart from those in the city center, which are being affected by limited number of people within the city center. But as we speak now, the people are getting back to town to do business, as you can clearly see, as we are taking a trip towards this area. Now we are moving, heading towards the Chiseka market side, of course, getting to observe still the situation. Yes, and that is what we are really witnessing. As a result of that, yes, the road actually that slopes from Watoto Church. I know you're familiar with Watoto Church, so it's where we are standing currently, and we are observing the situation. What is it like? I think we are going to cross the road briefly as we heading towards down here, away from Kampala Road, approaching Chiseka. Chiseka side, observing the traffic and the business activity at the same time. You can see the business, it's already back to business, and this is Smart Means Business. We definitely bring you those updates. I'm seeing quite a few vendors getting back to work, but let us observe clearly. This is one of the most busiest places that I'm so sure of, which is largely inflated with a number of different economic activities. They normally around this area, in most cases, most especially in the later hours of the night, there is full of taxis down. But as you can see, still down at the Chiseka side, there don't seem to be quite a lot of economic activities transpiring there, and it seems to be pretty free, as you can see. So any person that is planning to actually head this side to do business, well, it's a cool environment for you. You will be able to execute it efficiently, as we can clearly see down there. But of course, quite a number of people. The taxi park's not so really congested. Yeah, because in the early morning when I passed by there wasn't really a lot of people. There wasn't really a lot of people, as you can see. And yeah, the area is not congested as usual, because on normal days, there is normally huge congestion around this particular area. And I'm shocked, actually. And the beautiful perspective is that along Kampala Road, there is much more congestion. But as compared to down here, where I was expecting like at least times 2 what is at Kampala Road. But definitely, as you still proceed within those buildings around the new tax park, around that side, there is a number of people that have opened up the business. And of course, linking up straight to Mini Price Steel, there is business that is happening. Chikubo, the same time, business is picking up slowly by slowly. But all in all, if the last 2 days business was at 10% in operation, I'll say now we are clicking today, 27th of December, we are clicking 40%. So you can really see. Now still you can take a look at the route that is heading to Chiembe there. Not quite a lot of business activities taking place, as you can see. Yes, of course, we are making a brief tour around this particular area, getting to observe the economic activity, what is happening here. Yes, shops are locked, some of them, like I mentioned. It's not yet back fully. It's 40% recovery rate so far. I mean, talking about business recovery rate within the city, and economic activity is not yet back to the fullness if you are to compare as of 2 weeks back when we had a full, we had it in full. Let's keep on moving, and of course we have to be really pretty careful as we are observing the traffic, the situation. Yes, we are observing the situation here. There are traffic officers just by the sides, making sure that there is control. But you can see, not really as much pickup, but there is some bit of pickup. On Monday, it was way worse than this when it comes to economic activity happening in the city center. But now we're seeing some bit of improvement. You can see people, different merchandise being transported on the borders heading to other different destinations. So that also clearly tells you what we are up to here, according to what I'm seeing. Not so many vehicles, but at least there is some few people in the country that are making transactions within the city center, as you can observe. Well, I think that tells us that we are coming to the end of this particular broadcast, definitely. And anytime I'm taking you back to studio as we are heading to have this trip. You can see for yourself, if you're home and you're planning to do some shopping, you're planning to come, you're a trader and you're planning to come and open your shop that is in Kampala today. Well, it's fair enough. It's fair enough, actually, in terms of people turn up, though it's not the best. Like I told you earlier, that we are having the trip, the business trip within the city to observe what is happening. Well, that's the situation right here at the Kampala Road, and of course sloping down, and definitely at this point in time you can see Bomba Road, what is happening in there. There is not really much activity, but of course I can see some bit of vehicles that are parking right there. Like I told you, in the later hours of the day, there is quite a number of people that be transacting, most especially public transport that is happening still there. Well, that's the situation standing at Bombo Road and the Watoto area, Kampala Road at the same time. At this point, let me take you back to studio with Mercy Katsime and Charlotte.
We had earlier anticipated, wow, people are not, some few shops are open, others are locked, and of course this is a very busy area, very many taxis and of course borders, but then as you can see, it's clear. You can literally see no taxis, so definitely.
I wish our city is always like that.
No, it can never.
So clear.
It can never.
And more so that area. That area is irritating.
The rich people went to the village.
Hours, yes.
The rich people went to the village, so they left the city for us. But anyway, that is the situation right there, as you can see in the city. And of course, business, not so much, really, not so much. Those are someone called the other, and is like nothing is there, so keep there and sleep.
Yes, because right now, anybody who spent money during the festive season, that person is not going to be looking at spending money again until Feb, because it's time for school. Yes.
But if you think of it, most of the shops there do electronics,
yes,
they do
sportswear.
Yes. So not so much. I don't think it's on demand. I mean, who would want to buy a
We are going to gym. We have to recollect and reflect.
Oh my God! Put on your leggings. Put on your leggings or your old shirts. Yeah, that's it. That's it. But situation right there, you can see padlocks zooming in. Very very tight security right there. So we expect 2nd actually business to go as normal. But for now, nothing. Probably tomorrow we shall see maybe a little bit of relaxation. People now you see a few people opened up, so maybe tomorrow they'll open up. Those that are closed now, they'll be opening up. So definitely that is the situation, as you can see right there. So please, if you've been now in your shop around that area, just know it's locked for the meantime.
Stay home and sleep.
Stay home and sleep.
Now.
Yeah, for now.
Sleep for the notice.
Yeah, but it was expected. We were anticipating for such a situation. Yeah, but you see, like you said, most Indians are the ones that are open because they understand the business.
They understand money.
They understand money. Yeah,
Those people have money, don't have money. And guess what? An Indian who comes here to Uganda with, let's say, 1 million rupees, when they come here, they're actually rich. It's a lot of money here. So that is why they come here, and we tend to see them as investors.
Yeah, by the time he comes from Uganda, I think he has made some investment for himself. He can go and start something for themselves. But anyway, that situation is, you can see border people are there seated, no customers, people back home, by towel, they are decided to walk. People are decided to walk, and you can see the people that are walking through it. Yeah, it's as if they are going in their own business. They're not ready for the day. They're just walking around, just to stretch a bit.
About being sluggish. Look at that guy. He's dozing. He's not yet ready for the day.
Well, of course, it's quite amazing, really, because usually that place is always packed and people are moving, they're congested, But to see at this point on the 27th of December, it's a little bit free. Wow, that means quite damu and no. Well, of course, people are still busy, and of course, well, that is the aftermath of the festive season, 27th, beginning 27th, and probably till the 30th. We want to be giving you updates on what is happening. So far, the situation is not really appealing for those that are into business. I wouldn't say it's booming. There's nothing booming right there. So please, if you're home, just know your customers need you, or maybe you decided to do your work online and you come and open for them and deliver. It could be like that. But anyway, for now, it's been a lovely pleasure having you in Smart Men's Business here every day from Monday to Friday. You can catch us on Smart 24 TV, on YouTube, and of course, just in case you missed it all. Well, my name is Mercy Katsime and Charlotte.
Yes, we'll see you tomorrow. Of course, we are going into the new year. We have to be safe. We have to take care of ourselves. And remember, it's not the end of the world. It's just the beginning. We're starting a new year, so we have to stay strategic and safe.
Well, till tomorrow, same time, same place. Have a blessed day.